welcome back to the Frequently Asked Questions live session for the Pioneer Technology and Arts Academy. Today we're going to be talking about the Mesquite campus on Oates Drive in Mesquite. And with us we have Tanya Haddix, the principal, and Brooke Cook, the vice principal. We're going to start off with a few questions that we've already received, but if anyone does have questions, just post them in the feed and we'll go from there. Y'all ready for school to end? No?
No, not really. We're missing our students, and that's been the hardest part about all of this, is not getting to see our students each day.
The 22nd is the last day.
Correct.
But you'll get to see them. We were talking earlier about seeing them on Thursday.
Thursday
Yes,
the 21st
right.
is when we will see
Good.
them for dropping off their last set of packets.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. I know that they're probably going to be a little relieved, but from what I understand from talking to the students that I know, they do miss their teachers and their schools a lot.
Most definitely.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's start with the first question. How
Okay.
does that sound? What grades is PTAA Mesquite going to offer for this next school year?
Here with our Mesquite Middle School and High School, we offer grades 6 through 12. So this next year will be our first year to have seniors, so we're very excited.
That's so cool. And do you have plans for them, for the being seniors?
Definitely, we have really big plans coming up for our seniors.
Good. I know that some students have wondered if the experience they have in charter schools is different from the public schools, but we know that y'all are planning on proms and graduations and all the things
Absolutely.
that come with the proverbial being a senior.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Wonderful.
Be exciting.
Good. Our next question. Is there before and after school transportation to the Mesquite School? If so, is there a cost?
We do have a small transportation system that moves from our elementary campus on Beltline to the Mesquite Oates campus. It goes before school and after school. There is a cost, and so it's kind of a first come, first serve list, because it is a very small program.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next question. What time does school start, and what are the hours?
Our campus opens its doors at 7:15 to accommodate those parents that do drive their kids here, because we do not offer the traditional transportation. We do that so that kids can get breakfast here at 7:15. But our school starts promptly, our instruction starts promptly at 8 o'clock, and this school day ends at 3:45.
Okay, and you mentioned breakfast. What kind of breakfast program do you have?
Breakfast is available to all of our students. We do participate in the national program for the free and reduced lunches.
Okay.
However, our breakfast are it's usually cereal or along with some fruit and milk.
Okay. What is the dress code for
Days we have formal wear, which means their vest or their blazer with the PTAA logo on it, along with their white Oxford shirt and ties for both boys and girls. Then they wear khakis or navy pants with dress shoes in brown or black on Mondays. Tuesday through Thursday we wear polo shirts, which are white, navy blue, or forest green, along with khaki, navy blue, or black slacks. Tennis shoes are appropriate on those days, and shirts must be tucked in at all times.
Okay.
On Friday, we like our spirit wear. Students and staff get to wear their jeans, appropriate for school jeans, meaning
Right,
no
no.
rips and holes.
Exactly, yes.
Even though the kids like to wear those can be saved for the afternoon, for after school or weekend wear. But for school, we expect them to be still professionally dressed. And then they get to wear their PTAA spirit shirts or polos with that on Fridays as well.
Good. And what color polos did you say during the middle of the week?
That would be white, navy blue, or forest green.
Okay, so they have a little bit of a variety.
Yes, ma'am.
That gives them some little individuality there. All right, what's the next question? What after-school clubs or sports does Mesquite offer?
At our campus, our clubs are individualized, are chosen by students. So everything is based on student needs. So students usually get together, they decide that they have an interest They find other students with common interests, they find a sponsor, and they sort of build their own clubs. So often you'll see little flyers that students have created, and they choose their meeting times with their sponsor, and they kind of build it up and go from there. They do their own fundraising, and then they come together and they figure out their events, and they do that all themselves.
So, if I can interrupt you, what kind of clubs do you have already been set up?
This past year we had an anime club, a D&D
neat.
club.
D&D is getting to come back. It was way back when I was younger.
Yes.
We have art club, Spanish club.
Board games,
Okay.
strategy games.
So when you say they find a sponsor, do they have some kind of guidance, or is there guide rules on how to do that, or
They
you know
work
what I'm
that
saying?
out with their sponsors.
And sponsor being outside of school, inside of school, whichever way it works out
It's
best
teachers
for them.
usually.
Teachers.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
And so the kids do what they need. They form their group. They present to Dr. Cook and I what they would like to do.
Okay.
So we tell them, okay, so find a sponsor that would be interested in, helping you supervise. And once you have that, they write it up and they send it to us. They have to do a proposal and
That's
all of that. So
that's awesome. That's really awesome.
Mhm.
Okay. What about the sports? I know we have some sports.
absolutely.
We
Going
do.
on.
We have football, basketball, volleyball, track, cross country, soccer. This year we will be moving into swimming.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're very excited.
Okay. I think the question I'm going to ask is going to match the next question. If you could put that up, does Mesquite participate in competitions, and if so, what kind?
So this year we're looking to move into more academic competitions. So we're really excited about that. We've kind of been growing quickly. And so we're looking to jump into math competitions and robotic competitions and writing competitions and just all kinds of variety of competitions to really highlight our students, their strengths, their passions. Our students are so talented in so many ways, so we want to continue highlighting that it's not always academic, it's not always sports, could be art competitions, musical competitions, really working to build our musical program this year.
That's awesome.
And so we're excited to see where that will take us.
Now, will that be through UIL?
That is our plan.
Okay.
We're in the process of that right now,
Yeah, I know we've had that question a couple of times over the past few weeks. Is there UIL?
and that is what we're
Competitions.
working on. Yes.
Awesome. What about sport? Are the sports clubs big enough to have competitions outside of the school?
Most definitely. We are Charter League and not UIL. So we're looking to move into UIL
For sports as
for
well?
sports as well.
I know
And
that.
so that even more. But yes, every week is we compete against
That's you have interaction.
most definitely,
Back to the whole experience of school.
and that is what we want to create for our kids.
Awesome. Did you have anything to add?
No, we do, and this year we will have a mascot, so it's something that we're adding. So
Yes.
Yes,
And what
we're
is our
excited.
mascot?
We are the Panthers.
Yay! Go Panthers!
Yes.
PTAA Panthers. All right, let's go ahead and jump to the next question. Here comes the next question for all those favorite parents. How are behavior problems handled?
I would say first and foremost, we strive or we kind of pride ourselves on building relationships here. That's the most important piece, I think, for our entire campus culture. So we do like our family feel as a campus to be taken care of, or everybody to feel taken care of, and our teachers usually try to address any sort of behavior issues in their classroom first and foremost. We do believe in community service as far as not only just like correcting behaviors, but also helping to build a bridge in order to restore any what is the word I'm looking for? Relationship that might have been trust have broken during any kind of incident that may have happened.
Okay.
However, there are incidences that might be elevated, in which they do have to see myself or maybe even Miss Haddix. And in those instances, we do see those kids.
Okay.
And in the rare incidents that there is something that does happen, then that might result in an unenrollment, but
Yeah.
it is very,
Very
very
rare.
rare.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I know that's a touchy subject when you're talking about other people's children, but it sounds like you have a good plan starting in the classroom with the teacher, going all the way up. It's the way it should be, from top to bottom, bottom to top.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. All right, let's go to the next one. Is there homework? Now, this is the question for the kids. Well, up until the last few months, and it's also a question for the parents. Okay, is there homework, and if so, how much is there?
We are firm believers that homework helps to reinforce what you've learned in the classroom. Homework is not given just as busy work.
Okay.
Most of the time, if homework is given, it is either going to be a continuation of what you've done in class or a piece that you've not completed in the classroom.
Okay, so
It's not, a weekly assignment every day, that you have for each class. It's going to be something that's a continuation and enrichment piece of it, not something that kids should go home and struggle with.
okay,
Because they should have that built-in support in the classroom to finish whatever is needed.
okay. So basically, it's up to the student almost.
Right.
For the most part.
And I would say that being that we are a college or college prep middle school and a collegiate high school, it would be expected that kids would have some sort of homework piece, whether it just be studying for 10-15 minutes at night or to completing a piece of homework. There's probably going to be some element of
Especially
something.
in the upper grades when they start the college P-Tech programs, I'm guessing.
Correct.
Correct.
Even at our middle school, whether it's reading, whether it's math or what STEM projects, things of that nature, we do expect that it's a continuation of what they finished at home or at
Okay.
school.
All right, wonderful. All right, let's see. Now, here's a question that's going to get you all excited. Does
Yes.
Mesquite have a gym?
We do. We are actually in construction or almost complete with construction
Yes.
of a brand new gym. It has 2 full courts. Actually, we are very fortunate that we also have classrooms that will
Oh.
be brand new over there.
That's
And
good.
we have a new swimming and diving pool that we will be lucky enough to take advantage of.
Hence the swimming clubs.
Yes.
Yes.
Swimming
Beginning
sports.
this fall. So we're very excited. We like to go and peek in there
I
every
bet
time
you
we're
do.
here.
Now, I understand one of the other campuses has a track on the top. Is this one going to have the same thing?
Most definitely. We
Yes.
have a walking trail up there as well on the second floor, and it's so exciting.
It's crazy to imagine that.
Yes,
Yes.
it's so beautiful. We
And
cannot wait to really get
those
to
are
move in.
Big building,
Yes,
prom place, pep rallies,
it's so nice.
possibly.
Yes, definitely a place for all of our students to gather in one place.
Now, I understand that the current gym you had is smaller,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you're breaking it up into classrooms to add more classrooms.
Yes, we are currently working construction to turn that current gym into 4 classrooms. It's going to be called our STEM Central.
Okay.
So all of our STEM and technology classes will move into that giant space, and
That's
to
awesome.
have room for robotics and the laser engravers and the 3D printers and everything else that they get to work in that class, in that space.
Speaking of STEM and 3D printers, is that what these are?
Yes.
Yes.
These
Yes.
are made by students.
Those are made, all of those were made by
Chess
students.
pieces. This is one of my favorites. Everyone's
Yes.
laughing at me. But
So
I
the
like that
students
one.
create the program and the code to do it, and then
Coding?
it
Okay.
has to, and then they put it in the program, and it completes these for them.
That is so neat.
Yes.
I really like that. I know my kids are in the PTAA and different campuses as well, and they just code away their little
Yes.
fingers, and I'm like, what are you doing? That doesn't even make sense to me. They're like, it's Mom, it's coding. I'm like, okay. Well, that's awesome. I know we're running close to time, but do we have any more questions that have come up? Let's go ahead and 4 questions. All right, let's go ahead and cover those 4
Okay.
questions. All right. How frequently should I be updated on my students' progress?
Our parents have daily access to our constant access to Skyward,
Okay.
which is where the gradebook is. They have access to that, and if at any time they forget their password or get locked out, because it happens, all they do is email me, and I can have it reset it for them. They can also keep up with their students' agenda planners, and it keeps them up to date on what's going on in the classroom.
Okay. Next question. If I email a question or concern, how quickly should I expect a reply?
Well, it is always our goal to respond or reply within 24 hours. Every now and then it could be 48, just depending on what's happening. But
Fair.
I would say within 24 business hours to 48 business hours, we always try to get back
Okay.
with an email.
Next question. What is your expected parent involvement?
We love parents here at the
Okay.
Mesquite campus. We would love to see every parent available to come onto campus. They can come in and help with cafeteria. They can help with hallway duty, working on helping make copies, just a little bit of everything, including all our extracurricular activities. This year we were able to host some dances with our PTA.
Yes, those were fun.
Very excited about that, and the parents really stepped up and helped kind of take over so that Dr. Cook and I could, cut a rug on the dance floor and be silly with our kids.
So you have a PTA, and we're putting together a PTA.
Yes, we do have a PTO currently, changing it to PTA.
Okay, so PTA, PTA,
And so
yes.
we're very excited about that. We have amazing parents here.
That's good.
And anytime we've asked for any support, they've always jumped right in and helped in every way possible.
And that just helps the kids even more.
Absolutely.
It does. We've been very fortunate.
Good. And I think we have one more question. And it should be, what distinguishes PTAA from other schools? But before you answer that, what kind of space do you have available right now? What grades do you have open for new students to enroll?
Okay, so we currently have space for every grade level, but the middle school is getting really close.
Okay.
We 6th, 7th, and 8th grade are just about at capacity, and so we are working to rearrange some teachers, trying to make sure that class sizes stay where I prefer them to be
Right.
in the small siding, but definitely have room at the high school level. As we're only 4 years old, as a district, as a campus, we have grown, and these kids have grown with us.
Yeah.
And so it's really exciting to see those high schoolers, from where they started to where they are now, and just watching them grow. But middle school is definitely really close to being full. So if you're interested, I'd suggest you an application today
Yeah.
for the middle school piece.
And wait list is a possibility.
Wait
as well.
list is getting really close
Yes.
for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Okay. All right. So that brings us to this question: what makes PTA different? What distinguishes it from other schools?
I think that we both believe that we have a very small time feel at PTAA, especially like with our campus, even though we have like the largest of our campuses here. We have a small town feel, but with what'd you say, a big city.
Big city expectations.
Yeah, big
Okay.
city expectations. So even though I could very confidently say that we know a good deal about each student,
That's good.
and yet we continually to expect and raise the bar of expectations for each student.
That's awesome. That's wonderful.
I think our kids also make us different. Our students choose to be here, and they truly pour their heart and soul into everything they do here. Kids are kids, and they're going to be silly and make mistakes, but they're really ones who are going to own up to it, and can learn from those mistakes, because as humans, that's what we do. And so the students that come to us truly want to be here, but they also know how loved they are. In fact, I was on the phone with a kid yesterday, and I was getting on to one of my high schoolers for falling behind in a class, and he ended the call with, "I love you, Miss Haddix."
Aw.
And so I think that's, even though he was in trouble with me, he still knew that it was a call of love, because I do expect so much more from him.
That's the two of you as well, that he could take that constructive criticism
Yes,
and still keep that feeling. That's pretty awesome.
absolutely. And I think the majority of our kids feel that way, that they
good.
know that they're loved on this campus.
Awesome. Well, if did we have any questions outside of this? Okay, thank y'all. Would like to thank everyone again for joining another live session on Monday about another one of the campuses that we have this year coming up. Thank you for being here today. And here we go, but we have for next year too, right?
Our faces,
Lots of
absolutely.
construction going on.
Yes,
All right.
very excited.
Well, thank you. Wonderful day.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Pioneer Technology and Arts Academy, our virtual information sessions during COVID-19. My name is Shivam Pandey, I'm the superintendent, and with me is...
Hello there, I'm Jennifer Casey. I'm a district coordinator.
And today we will cover what we call the overview segment. And what we have done is we have divided all these live sessions into smaller segments. And today we're going to cover what is called the overview for the all campuses. And Ms. Casey, do you want to tell them what are these sessions for?
These sessions are to understand and help answer any questions that any current and future parents and students may have about our school.
And when will the sessions be held?
They will be held every Monday and Thursday at 2 o'clock. It's a Facebook watch party. And then on Wednesday, we will do a longer session that's a Spanish version that encompasses all of our different videos.
And the Spanish sessions, like Ms. Casey said, will be a little longer. Stay tuned. And as far as your questions, you can ask the questions during our host party. We're also going to have options available to you to be able to email to us. So we'll get back to you as fast as we can. Before we start, I would like to go through our rating system. So all the school districts and all charter schools go through a single rating system given by Texas Education Agency. So what you see on your screen is what our ratings have been for last 3 years. As you can see, we have had consistently high ratings in all last 3 years. We had A ratings for the last 2 years, and whatever was the highest rating for 2016 and 17. So if you're coming to our school, if you're already enrolled, or if you're coming new, you're definitely coming to a school that is very highly rated. Before I pass it to Ms. Casey, I would like to cover the mission and vision for our schools. So parents want to know what the mission and vision for a school is where they're trying to enroll. We are a college prep school. We tell this all the time. Everything we do all the way from kindergarten to 12th grade is about one focus: to make sure your child and your student is able to be successful in college. We will hit it again and again. Parents ask us all the time, hey, my student is in elementary, I want to know more about elementary stuff, and that's why you will see a lot more segments coming. You're going to see a segment on elementary, you're going to see a curriculum session on middle and high school, you're going to see a P-Tech session in high school, so you're going to get multiple of those sessions in future. But today we're going to cover an overview in general. We are engineering and technology school, but as our name suggests, we have a big art component. We are a Pioneer Technology and Arts Academy. And the reason we say that, that's which fosters the creativity in the classrooms. So you will see all our subject matters have an art component attached. It's through cross-curricular for us. The third piece is our grade placements. Now this is very unique to us. Our grade placements are based on aptitude. What does that mean? You come to us and your student is flying, we'll make sure that they continue to fly. If they come to us, they come with gaps, we want to make sure they go and do the rotations to fill these gaps. You're going to hear in other segments and other sessions how this program works, but the shortness of this program is we will make sure whichever level your child is at, their needs are met. The third part is, again, like I said, is a college prep school, so you're going to hear from us. We are preparing and making sure you see college success in all grades and all subjects. We work very heavily with our teachers. They go through several trainings during summer and throughout the year, and we want to make sure we invest in the community. We have multiple campuses, and all those campuses do some projects in their community to make sure their community needs are being met. Ms. Casey, do you want to tell us about all our campuses?
Absolutely. So we're going to start with our new campus. That is the North Dallas campus. We call it our North Dallas campus because technically it's in North Dallas, but it's right there on the edge of Richardson. It is at the cross of Hillcrest and Arapahoe. You may know it as the old Shelton School and Evaluation Center. So here are some pictures you'll see. You'll see an aerial view. You'll also see a couple of pictures from the inside of that building. Because we cannot host tours right now, pictures of the inside and outside are what we have kind of as a substitute, and you will see that on our Facebook page. So this next school year in August, we are enrolling grades K through 8. And then every year after that, we will add a grade level to the school. Then you will see, this is our Mesquite Middle and High School campus located off Oates in Mesquite, Texas. You'll see kind of the L-shaped building right there in the middle. That is the actual school building. Right next to that is the gymnasium that is still under construction, but it is most of the way finished. We do expect it to be open in August. We have coming a proposed housing and playground unit. And then we have our small administration building. It's on the outside of our wrought iron gate. Next year we will have K through 12 at our Mesquite campuses. We do have 2 separate addresses, 2 locations. We have a Mesquite campus elementary that is K through 5, and then we have a secondary campus which is 6 through 12. The pictures you just saw were our secondary campus. In Fate, we are currently building our brand new location. It's right off I-30. You'll see here, this is kind of the mock-up of the things to come and their years that they are coming right now. They are finishing up the actual academic building. And then the year after that, you'll see as soon as they're completed with that one, their high school gymnasium will start, followed by the lower grade level building, student hotels, and then some retail space to follow. So that is a big undertaking, and it is underway. We do expect and hope it to be ready in August. However, the shutdown has created a few delays. If the building is not ready, we will have a location for those students to go, and then we'll move them over into the academic building.
So one thing to add on here definitely is the high school gym probably will get finished before the middle and high school building. And we want to make sure that we are trying, like Ms. Casey said, our level best to make sure the students are able to get in there. If not, we will have a good options. But you will definitely see the high school gym get finished by August.
The next one, you'll see an additional building rollout continuing with the Fate campus. That is a markup of what it's going to be looking. Then we have our Royce City Elementary campus. You'll see some pictures from inside the building right there. That is, it used to be the Stonebrook Academy. It is right next door to still the private pre-K. That is in actual Royce City. So our Royce City campuses, elementary has K through 5, and then our Fate location next year will have 6th through 10th. And then we will complete out the school adding 11th grade and 12th grade. You'll see next is our Greenville Education Building. We are currently in construction on that building as well. It will be ready for the August school year 2021, we do hope. And you'll see a mock-up of that building. Next year we are going to be at full K through 12, enrolling in all grades.
So in Greenville, our gymnasium is already built out. I think the picture you saw was definitely our education building. And with all COVID-19 sessions, we have been delayed there. But even if it gets finished mid-year, the students will move to the new building. And we will make sure that we have enough space available until that point. I think we would like to cover what to expect. So you will see the campuses and phone numbers in front of you. Please reach out to us. There's an email address on top. That is the best way to ask any questions if you don't get any questions answered during these sessions. You'll also see a YouTube link in the bottom, and we'll make sure that this link is also highlighted on our Facebook pages so you can directly link it. We'll leave it here for a few more minutes so you can kind of write down your phone numbers and any Facebook Live sessions there. You can see every campus has its own live page. So you please make sure that you log into your specific campus page for all the information. We update it regularly. Now, before we go, I do want to update a few things. Looks like we are doing multiple segments, and I want to highlight what segments to expect. On On Thursdays, we will have elementary sessions, 6 segments more like this, specific to elementary side. And you can also have what we call the enrollment and application process. We understand this is a multiple step process. We're trying to break it down into smaller sessions to make it easier for you. Then Mondays, we're going to have a middle and high school curriculum separated out, so you kind of have, if you have kids in that, you can focus on that. We also will have counselors that will cover the P-Tech piece of it. That's a big piece of us for associate degrees as well as for the internship programs, and they will kind of cover all the options available for your students. In addition to that, I think Ms. Casey mentioned earlier, we're going to have Spanish versions on Wednesday, and we're going to have parent involvement sections as well. And as we do this more and more, you're going to have multiple segments that we keep putting live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So stay tuned. If you miss it, they will all be available to you on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch it at your convenience as well. I think we have covered enough. Ms. Casey, did we miss anything?
I don't think so, not at this time.
Well, thank you so much, guys. We'll see you soon. And like I said, if you have any questions, please email us. Thank you.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us at Pioneer Technology Arts Academy Elementary Session. I'm Miss Hastings. I'm the principal at Roy City Campus.
And I'm Miss Dabney. I'm the assistant principal at the Mesquite campus.
Daphne, why don't you tell us a little bit about our philosophy?
PTA is founded on the belief that all students can and should develop character, knowledge, and skills to pursue the STEM fields in higher education and to become successful in the STEM professions.
We believe that in the next 10 to 15 years that all professional fields will have some sort of component of STEM to it. We find that as we educate students, many students will veer away or shy away from things that they're not familiar with. Therefore, we want to prepare our students on our elementary campuses to be prepared for the STEM field, giving them the best opportunity and finding those STEM jobs when they graduate from 12th grade. We believe that every student has a unique learning style, pace of learning, and challenges that they face every day in the classroom. We encourage them to ask questions in order to maintain that higher level of learning. We help students achieve their goals. We give them the flexibility in their learning, letting them know that they're worth it because they're investing in themselves, and together we will succeed.
We are proud that PTAA has maintained an A+ rating for the past 3 years.
And we believe that's due to our curriculum, our connection with our parents and our students and the staff we have.
We test students prior to the school year. This provides individualized data for each student to ensure we place them in aptitude-based classrooms. By doing so, we ensure appropriate curriculum is planned to meet students where they are so that nothing is too high or too low for each student.
Testing also lets us know where the students' gaps are. In collaborating with teachers, we set up a plan to fill those gaps as well as maintain our high level of learning. Our curriculum is to challenge students, broaden their understanding, learn to read and think critically, and emphasize a strong conceptual understanding in content.
Along with our STEM-based learning, we encourage students to think critically, ask the tough questions, and grow to their full potential. K-2 classrooms are self-contained inclusion classroom. Testing is given based on aptitude so that we are able to achieve higher level of learning.
3rd through 5th grade classes are on a rotation schedule, which prepares them for the middle school campuses. Students will have one teacher per grade subject matter, which is our English language arts, our science history, STEM, and math. This allows our teachers to concentrate on that subject matter and to fill in the gaps where the students have missed. This allows us to also maintain that higher level of learning.
Core subject areas are an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. Electives are 30 minutes.
Our core subject classes are our English language arts, our math, our STEM, and our history science.
Our electives are music, art, Mandarin, Spanish, and PE. PTAA offers curriculum instruction practices proven to be effective with all students. These methods include project-based learning, technology-based instruction, and the blended learning environment.
We also believe that STEM in the elementary grades helps our students build a strong foundation in subjects that many high school students find challenging. This is a huge foundational piece in our curriculum.
Our curriculum teaches students to think and read critically and emphasizes a strong conceptual understanding of content. We believe that when our students are challenged, they can become more engaged with the material and establish the foundation with more advanced learning requires.
School begins at 8 o'clock in the morning for all campuses. Dismissal varies from campus to campus. Breakfast is served on our campuses as well as on our learning center sites. Our elementary strives to maintain a sugar-free campus, as well as all of our meals are cooked fresh daily. This also ensures that we have quality nutritional standards for each of our students.
We believe that by providing students with strong nutritional meals, they are able to make healthier choices for themselves, maintain focus, and increase academic achievement. Before and after care are held at our on-site learning centers. Each campus varies by site.
We also offer our after-school programs, our piano, swim, and dance. We have other activities that are campus-specific.
No-cost tutoring is available after school that is provided by certified teachers targeting individual Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills. Ms. Hastings, how about you tell us about our P-TECH program?
I'd love to. We are so excited about this grant that we've received. It's our P-TECH award, where students have the opportunity to take the early high school college entrance exam in the 9th grade, which allows them to earn 60 college credit hours by the time they have graduated from 12th grade. This is equivalent to an associate's degree. It is our job on the elementary level to teach curriculum that is more engaging, higher level, a rigorous pace in order to have our students well prepared to take this early learning college, high school entrance exam in the middle school. For more information on our P-TECH, look for the P-TECH session.
We thank you for visiting with us today. Click on the session about enrollment, as our enrollment is the same for all campuses.
Follow us on Facebook for any updates. Look for us on Mondays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for additional information and our student-driven videos. We look forward to seeing your smiling faces, the laughter and excitement that we know that your students will experience on all of our campuses, those engaging hugs as we walk the halls together, one grade at a time. Y'all have a great day.